Hello there and good morning from the Camera Nostalgia Club. In today's video I'm going to be using an old camcorder from 2007, and if you are an avid viewer of the channel you may be thinking, why does he keep using camcorders? And it's just purely because it's the summertime here in England, although it doesn't really look like it today. When I left my house it was blue skies and sunshine. Now it's come over cloudy, but there is sunny intervals, so hopefully we can get some nice shots with the camcorder. I'll be taking you on a little walk today. I haven't done this for some time. If you've watched my older videos, and they're probably not that professional, but I used to take the video on a walk through to some churches and capture all the fields and stuff. And I've noticed I've been doing a lot of videos down the beach, because it's summer, as I said, and the sun's out and it's nice to capture them vibes. But anyway, today's video I'll be using the JVC Everio oh my god, the JVC Everio GZ-MG130E, and it is a camcorder from 2007, and I've been using quite a few camcorders from this year and 2006, and I think that is just realistically because that was sort of the pinnacle of these types of camcorders, and in my opinion anyway, they are the most functional and nice to use camcorders. I've noticed there's been quite a big influx in people wanting to use old tape camcorders and VHS, and although yes it does give that specific vibe, I think these are just so much more functional and probably easier obviously to use, because you obviously just take the footage and then you put it on your laptop and then it's yours. You haven't got to mess around with any tapes or anything, so they're very convenient, and it's nice. What I'm saying is it's nice just like a day like today. You can go out for a walk, or yesterday I'll be showing some footage where I went to a car show, and you haven't got to worry too much. You can literally pop it in your bag, go out to where you're going, whether it's out with friends or to meet family, and capture some memories, and it's just a nice smooth experience. So as I said, I thought I'd take you along today on this nice little walk. There is actually 2 churches in this single walk, so I thought I would just go to each church, capture some footage, capture some photos as well, because I'd like to show you what you can do in a photography aspect with these old camcorders. And yeah, I've also got some exciting news regarding the Camera Nostalgia Club. There is a podcast in the making. That is all I'll say for now. I'll let you know more later in the video. So let's go for a walk. Well, I've made it to the final destination of today's walk and I managed to capture both of the churches, so I hope I got some good footage. Obviously, I don't know right now until I get home, and that's what the beauty of using these old cameras is. You can sort of go out, enjoy your day, make memories, and you don't end up scrolling through endless reels and TikToks and stuff like that. It's just so nice and you can sort of enjoy the small things. I've been attracted to going to old churches and just enjoying a bit of history lately. The first church I went past in the footage that you've just seen is from the 11th and the 12th century, or it's from the 11th century, and it's in a bit of a state of repair, so I didn't get too much footage of that church. And the second one that's quite close to my location now, there's records that date back to the year 998 AD, so that is very old. And I think as I'm getting a bit more older, I'm getting more and more interested in history, and it was quite interesting last night actually. I was doing a bit of research about this area. It's a little sleepy town called Barling in Essex, and there were some family records of when it dates back to and all this sort of stuff. And there was a family with the surname Snow. And as I was walking out of the second church, I just saw on the gravestone Snow. So it's like, really, I don't know, it's just, I find it quite interesting lately, and I hope it comes across in the footage because I do want to make these videos interesting. I don't want to just sit down and be like a spec tech heavy channel where I just talk about the specs. I want people to actually see how they work in the real world, so I hope this channel is providing that. And I did also take the camcorder to a classic car show yesterday. It was a fairly small show, but it felt very British, and I thought, well, I've got to take the camcorder, so I'll show you some footage from that now. And if you are interested in this specific camcorder, it's actually up for sale on my website, so if you want to check that out and see more of the specs and details about the camcorder, you can just check it out in the link in the description below. But for now, let's go to the car show. Well, I hope you enjoyed the footage from the old classic car show yesterday. It made my old camcorder feel not so very old, but it was nice to walk around and see how much people care and love these old classic cars. I'd absolutely love to have one day, so that's the goal. Let's hope the channel does take off and we can get a classic car for the channel. There's just a few more things I'd like to go over before the video ends, and that is that the digicam gallery now has a new submission form. It's how it used to work in the past, and I feel like I don't know why I even tried to change it, because I tried to change it so that it's all done via email, but I've set back up a digicam gallery form. And if you haven't been a part of this or you're wondering what the digicam gallery is, it is the community's photographs from these old cameras and camcorders. So if you've ever taken a photograph that you'd like to share with the Camera Nostalgia Club community, it will be shared on the Camera Nostalgia Club Instagram page, and some of the images will feature here. So I'll probably be showing some on the screen now from the previous gallery. And the way it works is obviously you submit the photograph, you can submit it any time throughout the month, and then at the end of the month the initial Instagram gallery post will go live and you'll see your images there. It's just something that I think is nice because we can see obviously the community's photographs, and that gives people a way to see different cameras from different parts of the world, and it's just a very interesting thing, and I'd love you to be a part of it. And I think I may or may not have mentioned in this video that I've got a few more things I'd like to announce or talk about, and I've got a podcast idea in the works, and the podcast will go over more detailed and more sort of the tech specs and stories from these cameras and camcorders from over the years. I'd like to hear some stories from the community, so I'm still working on that idea. But if it's something that you'd be interested in, I've actually set up a members area for the YouTube channel, and that is where the podcast will live. So obviously, being a members area thing, the community will be able to directly watch the podcast, comment, talk, and it's just more of a community based idea, because obviously with the main videos on the channel like this one now, I do just like going to locations and seeing how the cameras work in the real world, and I'm aware that a few people obviously like to hear about the specs, or they want more access to the content, I guess, and all this sort of stuff. So having a members area here on YouTube could solve that, and it's a new exciting thing to work on. And yeah, so keep an eye out for that. But if you'd like to sign up to the members area to be in the loop and in the know of how all of this is going to happen, then I believe you can do that in the description below as well. So yeah, there's many exciting things happening here at the Camera Nostalgia Club, and if you don't fancy getting involved in any of that, just a like or a comment or a subscription to this channel helps me massively and allows more of these videos to be made. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.